India and the United Kingdom have reached a landmark free trade agreement, marking a major breakthrough in global trade diplomacy. Announced on Tuesday, the deal eliminates tariffs on a majority of goods and services traded between the two nations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed the development on X, calling it a historic milestone, and expressed eagerness to welcome UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer to India soon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and UK Prime Minister spoke over the phone today. They welcomed the successful finalization of the India UK Free Trade Agreement and the Double Contribution Convention. Both leaders called it a major step forward in their strategic partnership, saying it would boost trade, investment, innovation, and job creation in both countries. They agreed the deal will open up new business opportunities, strengthen economic ties, and bring people closer together. Prime Minister Starmer said cutting trade barriers and building global alliances is part of the UK's plan for a stronger and more secure economy. The leaders also said expanding India-UK trade is key to their growing partnership. The new trade deal, which includes goods and services, is expected to boost trade, create jobs, and improve living standards in both countries. It will also help the two nations work together on global products and services. Prime Minister Modi invited Prime Minister Starmer to visit India. Both leaders agreed to stay in touch. The agreement follows months of behind-the-scenes negotiations, most recently intensified after Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal's visit to London on April 28. Talks were expected to conclude by April 29 but extended due to the last-minute detailing. Significantly, this pact resumes after a 9-month hiatus and is seen as a precursor to similar trade deals, including ongoing negotiations with the US. The India-UK negotiations originally began on January 13, 2021, progressing rapidly under Boris Johnson's leadership but slowed down due to political shifts in the UK. Talks regained momentum after Prime Minister Starmer's government took charge. On February 24, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal and UK Trade Secretary Jonathan Reynolds officially resumed discussions, with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's visit to the UK on April 9 giving further impetus. She met with key leaders including Prime Minister Starmer, Chancellor Rachel Reeves, and Reynolds. Negotiators faced hurdles over techno-legal complexities involving trade investment and social security, according to reports, but they ultimately struck a balance. India secured key concessions on business mobility, while the UK gained greater access for automobiles and Scotch whisky, two long-standing demands.
Well, this is a historic day for the United Kingdom and for India, because this is the biggest trade deal that we, the UK, have done since we left the EU, and it's the most ambitious trade deal that India has ever done. And this will be measured in billions of pounds into our economy and jobs across the whole of the United Kingdom. So it is a really important, significant day. And look, it's been promised many times over the last 8 years. Prime Minister Modi and I decided in Brazil last year that we would move at pace in relation to these negotiations. We've done that in a serious way, in a pragmatic way, and we're able to show that that's what delivers results. So I'm really pleased for working people across the country who will feel the benefits of this, of course, at an increasingly uncertain time in terms of trade and the economy across the world. So this is a very significant step, and I'm very pleased that we've got this far with this really significant trade agreement. Well, we have negotiated the best set of arrangements, but I've been absolutely mindful of the key sectors that we have in this country and how we improve the economic circumstances for them. We have brilliance across the United Kingdom, which will now be showcased and drive our economy in what we can now do with India. So we've negotiated hard on both sides, but I think looking at the outcome here, what you will see is that these are two countries that have come together historically today, and what we've been able to show is that those British values of seriousness, pragmatic approaches have delivered the results for working people across the country. Well, we had a cabinet meeting on this discussion on this issue this morning. I was really clear that most Prime Ministers, after a disappointing set of results like that, would get in the warm bath of saying, well, it's the electoral cycle, it was close. I'm not going to do that. I think it's really important that we indicate to voters that we get it. I think we need to explain the decisions that we've taken. You know, we had to stop the chaos, we had to stabilise our economy, and that's what we've done. What we now need to do, I think the message is the change people voted for, the change we're delivering is important. We've got to turbocharge that now off the back of the decisions we've made, but turbocharge the change so people can feel it in their everyday lives, and that's what we're determined to do.